How to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I feel like I have grown very soft over the years, especially after I have taken so much advice from the internet. I have excuses for everything. I actively run away from anything that feels like an overexertion, but that is what people who are doing great in their fields doing. They make a lot of sacrifices. Whenever I do simple stuff like reading a book while traveling or not playing video games on a particular day, I feel like I am doing a lot. If I do anything productively consistently, I feel like I am doing a lot. I feel like I am not acting as I should. How can I combat this? This thing is subtly ruining my life and I can feel it. When I was young, I had these crazy study schedule, but I can't even think working like that now. Whenever things get really tough, I take a day off for mental health, and on the other spectrum here is my friend who is at the top of the field, who overworks even after everyone has left. I don't know how I can even begin to change my mindset to have like his. Hey, I really appreciate how honest you're being here. What you're describing isn't laziness or weakness. It's something a lot of us quietly go through, especially after years of consuming advice online that sounds helpful but can slowly turn into justification for avoidance. It's true that discomfort often precedes growth, and people who excel in their fields usually make sacrifices. But comparing your current self to your younger version or to a friend who's overworking can be misleading. Everyone's circumstances, motivations, and internal wiring are different. Your friend might be operating out of obsession or even fear of failure rather than pure discipline, and that's not necessarily sustainable or healthy either. Now, feeling like you're doing the bare minimum feels like a lot is a feeling, not a fact. And it's important not to shame yourself for that. Instead, use it as feedback. If simple things feel overwhelming, maybe your system is overstimulated or you're caught in a loop of passive consumption, which makes any effort feel huge. The antidote is not to suddenly become your overworking friend. It's to start building tiny acts of discomfort into your life intentionally and consistently, but without judgment. Read a page even when you don't feel like it. Go for a short walk when you'd rather scroll. Delay gratification by 5 minutes. That's how you rewire the brain for grit, by facing manageable resistance daily, not by burning out in one big sprint. Also, mental health days aren't the problem. How we take them is. If they are being used to avoid discomfort instead of to truly recharge, they become part of the cycle. But if you take a break intentionally and return with a plan, that's strength. Discipline doesn't mean always pushing hard. It means showing up even in small ways when it's easier not to. And over time, those small acts build a version of you that isn't afraid of discomfort, but welcomes it like a signal that you're growing. You're not broken. You're just at a point where growth means choosing discomfort again, and you're already halfway there by being self-aware enough to ask these questions. Keep going.